Good evening, everybody. Mike Vacchi, PrincetonTrader.com, here with your evening recap. Okay, sorry this is getting out a little late. I had some other things to attend to, so I'm getting on the desk a little bit late tonight. But let's see what daily chart at ES is showing us. You know, I've said this to you guys many times. The bears get to the edge of being able to push this market off of a cliff, and the bulls just bring it right back. And that's exactly what we have here. Traded down to 71s on the Globex, and it really wasn't challenged too much during the regular session. We were down in 74s, but you know, uh, my expectation was we would trade down to 73s and give those lows a try. It just never came to pass. So the bulls are alive and well, and we're trading 1686 half. We're up a couple of handles. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the Bears have really got to put in a red day tomorrow. And if they can't do it, then they're in big trouble. Because if we get a green day tomorrow, uh, especially a day that closes over 1690, that sets up Monday. Mondays are traditionally fairly bullish, and that would lift us into new highs. And I still maintain that if we print new highs over 95 half, that the 1700 level will be very, very quick to come upon us. So the Bears are running out of time. We've been screwing around up here above 1670 for about 10 sessions, and 1670 is starting to look like the area that can't get broken. Very similar to what we saw, during the uptrend with a couple of areas. In particular, we can go back a little bit here. 1620, and you saw what happened there. So, 1670 is starting to look like a floor, and you can't have that if you're a bear. You have to constantly keep pressure on because we're in an uptrend. For those of you that aren't haven't been watching this for very long, the situation is this: off the 1340 quarter, we're in a massive uptrend. That uptrend retraced right down to the 38% fib, down at 1553, and we have gone up off that level and made new highs. We've retraced those highs a little bit, but when you look at the big picture like that, to blindly expect a rollover uh, is a very dangerous game. So again, watch your shorts. If you've been short, you had a good chance to take some profit here in the last day or two. Going from 1695 down to 1671. That's 24 handles of uh, the ability to take some off and kind of trade around a core short if that's what you want to be doing. If you're long, you've had a chance now to take your profits, and you're in a position now where you can start to reload and buy a little bit down here. My concern is that's exactly what's going on. Uh, you know that this dip is being used as an opportunity to get back in for a run back up to new highs. So I'm seeing a lot more things that are bullish about this chart than those that are bearish. With respect to the pivots that are attached to this post, you've got uh, a lot of pivot congestion now. The daily, the 3-day, and the 9-day from 1684 half to 1681 half. And let me show you one more thing before we go. Okay, just very briefly, let's talk about the power of the pivots for a minute. 5-minute chart of the ES, and here's today's trade. We trade right up to the 9-day pivot and the weekly pivot here, 1681.75 to 1682. When I did the morning webcast, I said, we had traded down to the 71 halves. I think we were trading up around 76 at that time. That it was very likely that we go ahead and retrace the entire move back up to 82. Then the question becomes what happens after that. So, we were able to exercise a short there. The 81.82 failed. Uh, but what the bears let the bulls do was make a higher low. So we go right back up to retest 82. This time we break through, and we've been kind of chopping around from there. So respect that pivot zone tomorrow from 1681 half to 1684 half. It could prove to be pretty important, especially on pullbacks. Okay, everybody have a great night. I'll be out with the pre-market webcast tomorrow. Check out the pivots. Check out the website, PrincetonTrader.com. Follow me on Twitter at PrincetonTrader. Have a fantastic night. Trade them well.